Hey guys, this is Lord of Power slash Melby Ninja, and welcome back to another How to Draw video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to draw two contrast faces, both boy and girl, and explain the differences of how I like to draw them in my style of drawing. So today I have just a regular number 2 pencil, actually 4 of them, yes, 4. And I'm going to actually be showing you a couple of tools that I will use throughout the video. Like a couple art tools that I kind of did when I did a little bit of art schooling. So I have a kneaded eraser right here. The cool thing about a kneaded eraser is you don't always have to use it in this big globby shape. You can tear off a little piece of it. Or what I used to do this a lot. I used to wrap it around the eraser and then mold it off to a really fine tip. So when I really wanted to get into accuracy, I could just go boop 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 and get in those tiny little corners that I couldn't before. And that really helped me when I was first starting to learn how to draw. And it just gave me the room to where I wanted to, erase like really tiny stuff and not erase the entire picture. I have two white erasers, and one is soft and another one is a little bit more like a gum eraser. It doesn't leave as much marks as this one does, but both of them are white, so that when you erase things, you won't leave behind those uh, little pink lines. And I have a blending stick here. So this is actually used to what it is, just a big roll of paper, and you kind of just go like that, and then you'll blend everything together, and that's really nice. And the way you clean it up, like, see, this is a dirty side and this is a cleaner side. How you clean it up is you rub it against a piece of sandpaper, and you kind of make it all fuzzy, and the pieces of lead will come off or whatever, and it's all clean again. Okay, so let's get to drawing. So up here is a little something I did before. I like to fill my entire notebook, and meaning is how it's pretty much almost done for now. I'm just gonna kind of go into drawing something a little bit different today. So right now I'm going to be doing the guy's face. He's going to kind of have pretty much, maybe, let's see, right now he looks more anime-ish because of this really tipped chin, but I might decide to change that later on. The cool thing about what I like to do is I don't always like to, sorry, I don't always like to make these little circles for the head, because when I do, I kind of make their heads kind of look like Megamind, and they're so huge and massive, and yeah, I don't really like that. So what I've actually done quite a few times is I've just drawn the line and then drawn the rest of the head to fit what I've decided I wanted to do. I just kind of remember that heads are kind of egg-shaped, and I know that kind of sounds corny, that, oh yeah, we've got all like yolks in our brains and all that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the basic shape if you want to try to get that all down. But as far as, pretty much average superhero comics or whatever, they're pretty much always the same shape. You can round off the chin or whatever, you can adjust what's going on here. What I did was I drew a cross, and what this cross is going to do, it goes right in the middle or pretty close to the center of where the circle kind of roughed off here. And in this little section, what we're going to be doing is, as you kind of get a feel for what's going on, you can tell that this is going to be the jaw and this is going to be the rest of the head. You can start to imagine, okay, what features do I want to put on this guy? Do I want to make him maybe a black person, or maybe kind of ethnic? What kind of features do I want to put on this guy? So I'm going to kick it into time lapse, and I'm going to put some basic hints and zoom up into the camera, and then we'll get back to drawing. Okay, so what I did here was, you can see that what I did, I just kind of drew two little circles for kind of just a little bit below the cross there where it meets. And I don't really like the chin. I was debating, I might change it in time lapse, but I just kind of wanted to show you that it's okay to go over your stuff and be like, I don't necessarily like that. I would like to change it, but just remember that, you don't want to get too used to doing that all the time, because once you just keep changing it and changing the same drawing over and over and over again, you might start to feel just a little bit insecure about what's going on, and you might get frustrated with yourself and all that, and there really is no need for that. If you mess up, you mess up. Pick yourself up and try again. And I kind of face that same thing almost like any other, artist who wants to do stuff. I hear way too much. People are just like, oh, well, I can't draw because, I'm not good enough or this and that. Well, heck, you don't need to be good enough to draw. You can learn how to draw even if you're, uh, a little girl of the age of 11 and you still want to draw something new or something different. You don't have to go along with what people tell you. Just don't let people poke a finger in your face and tell you who they think you are. That's it's hard because I deal with the same things as well with those kinds of stuff. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna draw kind of another line, so I might indicate where I'm going to drop the eyebrows in. Now from here, now that this guy has a neutral expression, I am going to decide, okay, what do I want to do? If you want to have him kind of look maybe angry, I might cut a line in here to indicate that he's kind of glaring-ish at the screen, or well, the viewer, whatever you want to say. Or if he's kind of happy, I might just level the eyebrows off like this. Or if he's surprised, the surprised expression has a lot of things. Like, you're probably going to want to widen the eyes a little bit, and then draw the eyebrows higher above the head I know that kind of looks a little weird, but to indicate just exactly what expression you're looking for. You go ahead and play around with that kind of stuff once you get this shape going on here. So I'm going to go in and explain what I was going to talk about with the kneaded eraser. Check this out. I've got maybe that little line right there. I can just go and get that tiny little piece. And yeah, it kind of gets annoying when you have something that goes, smearing boogers on things, but okay, not a good image. Anyways, sorry, had to go finish some things up. So now we're going to kick it in time lapse and finish up this drawing. Alright guys, before I finish up this drawing, I am going to show you how to make a person into a girl, what the differences are. So basically what I'm going to do here is I am going to darken up the top of these lines up here right above the eyes. And you can start to see that this already makes him start to look more masculine. Yes. Guys like to wear mascara, which actually, surprisingly enough, well, anyways, if you darken up the lines around the eyes, that will give the impression that it's more of a girlish character. You can already start to see that this guy is transforming into a girl. And if you add just a few strands of hair coming around here, actually already kind of did something going on back there, but if you continue with those lines and make the neck just a little bit thinner, you can start to reshape this guy and start to make him look more like a girl. And of course, not all girls are pretty the same way that not all guys are handsome, but there are a few key differences, especially in manga, that you can kind of, feel free to experiment with and, do whatever you want to do, so you can, just work your magic on those things. And even guys will kind of have this hint of a line underneath here, but not so much as a girl's face will. The thing with the guy is that I like to draw girls just a little bit less detailed than a guy. So the more detailed the girl is, the more manly she'll look. I don't know. That's not exactly everything. And now it looks like she has a mustache. Hello, my name is Antoine. Oh yeah, that'll totally look. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Just one of those moments. So the thing with the girls in my style is that they kind of have this tendency to have more defined lips than most other, manga style characters, and not all girls will have defined lips, but um, when you add that, it starts to make a character look much more female than originally created. And the trick behind like doing an angry look for a female is the angry look tends to make people look more masculine. So I like to thin out the eyebrows and still give the impression that she's slightly angry or ticked off by the fact that she has uh, narrow eyes, or like the eyes start kind of cutting and down in this direction instead of kind of going up in that direction. You know what I mean? So instead of the eye going up like that, it kind of starts curving down and making this look like that instead of making a look kind of more innocent, like kind of like this instead of that. Alright, and so that's probably going to do it for our video. So thank you for watching very much, and I hope to see you again real soon. See ya.